Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for being here. I appreciate this.
You're welcome.
Um, can you tell me about Jennifer before Black Wolf?
Oh, before Black Wolf. Um, Overweight, um, miserable in terms of like not taking care of my health and prioritizing me. Just ate whatever I wanted, did whatever I wanted in terms of like laying on the couch after work instead of moving or taking advantage of a nice day, things like that. So yeah, before Black Wolf, definitely a much unhealthier version, physically and mentally, and emotionally probably.
Was Jennifer still teaching?
Is Jennifer
I
what?
said, was Jennifer still teaching?
Jennifer was still teaching. I've been teaching 15 years. So yeah.
Or were you at the same school?
Yes, I've been at the same school for 15 years in the same classroom, same school, same everything.
This isn't part of the interview. Do you enjoy that?
I do enjoy it for the most part. There's a lot of challenges up and down, but I love art and I love teaching art and I love getting my hands dirty and watching kids get excited about being creative. So that's a lot of fun. It's all the other crap that gets in the way, the politics.
How's the funding?
How's what?
How's the funding for those things in your school? Is the money there?
Um, yes and no. It can be. It can magically appear if you are like in athletics or in, you know, the things that districts want to throw money at. It's hard to throw money at the arts when you can't really see it happening all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with games, you're constantly seeing kids play and practice. Whereas nobody wants to fund extra money for kids sitting in a classroom painting on the same thing for 3 months. Or, but you can write grants, which I've done, and that's been pretty helpful. Yeah.
Okay, so in your journey, what made you decide to find either a CrossFit gym or a gym in general? What brought on that change? Or when did you realize that, like, this was the old Jennifer, I need something new?
Um, I mean, a couple things, I guess. Really, like my family went through like a trauma together of losing my brother, and I saw my dad handle it in like a really healthy way and channeling, I think, his pain into the gym. So he started going to Black Wolf. Like it was across the street from his house, so he was able to just walk across the street, and I think it became a really important part of his life. And then he just slowly tried to share that with me and impart some of that knowledge and of what he was learning there and how it was helping him cope and deal with things. And so he brought me to a nutrition seminar, and that's when I realized, like, wow, I could make some pretty easy changes. They seemed easy at first, at least. But and then also adapting that mindset of it's a lifestyle and not like a diet. It's not I'm going to kill myself in the gym 3 days a week so I can eat like an asshole the other four or whatever. So that really kind of motivated me was the nutrition seminar, my dad, and then also just losing my brother, like wanting to, I guess, try to take advantage of being happy and living my life since you only get one.
Well, we're here.
Yes.
What sold you on Black Wolf?
Oh, Ben for sure. The his personality reminded me a lot of my brother. Just the like no bullshit personality of I'm just gonna tell you how it is, like it is. I appreciated that. I don't think enough people are like that. Don't get me wrong, he's not perfect, but we all love Ben. I think that's a big reason why people come here and stay here is his personality. Also the workouts, I mean, they kick your ass and you feel so much better leaving than when you walked in 99% of the time. If you can walk out, it's when you have to like lay yourself out afterwards that you're questioning why you even come, but it's worth it. And the people, my God, the community. Ben's not number one, it's the community. I'm sorry, but he did have a hand in building the community. These people are amazing. I love seeing all of these people every day that I get to see them and be here with them. They make working out so much more fun and so much more manageable to have such a strong support system.
And you touched on most of my next question, which is what makes Black Wolf unique?
Black Wolf is unique for multiple reasons. The community, for one. Two, I know I already touched on Ben. He's very unique. Our female coach lineup is fantastic, and Ricardo, pretty badass. I love having you here too. Also, getting to work out with my dad, my 63-year-old dad's a part of this community, and he's the reason I became a part of the community. And when he first told me about Black Wolf and, oh, I'm going to a potluck for my gym, I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But now I will be going to like my 4th or 5th Black Wolf potluck on Friday. So it says a lot. It's really an amazing way to end my day since I come after work. When you think you don't want to be around people anymore after work and you come here and you still want to be around these people, it's pretty amazing.
Some of the funny questions.
Okay.
So, what CrossFit movement
Oh, God.
or workout has helped you outside of the gym?
That's a deep question because
It is a deep question.
physically, like being able to stand up off the toilet every single day, like, squats, obviously. Is it being able to take my frustrations out on certain children that might have like gotten on my nerves that day? Like, what were the slam balls? Are freaking fantastic for that. You just picture someone's face and you just slam the ball. Let's see, what else? Help me in my real life. A lot of times when I'm teaching something to my students, I think about how frustrated they're gonna be because it's their first time they're doing it. And I try to put myself in that mindset when I'm here at the gym and give myself a chance, just like I want my students to give themselves a chance. Because automatically with like overhead squats and snatches, I'm so weak at those things. And so I automatically start telling myself like, okay, well, you're not going to do very well on this today. So just, do whatever. And I don't want my students to have that mentality. So I try to not think that way and try to take that outside the gym. I also use the gym a lot in examples in the art classroom about like, please don't draw fast. Ben always says like, you've got to earn your right to go fast. So I always tell my students that too when they're drawing instead of rushing just to get through it. I always tell them, you got to earn the right to go fast. You got to know the movement before you can get fancy with it and start trying to get fast with it.
What are your current goals?
See, yeah,
inside this gym? It's always good to have goals.
It is good to have goals. You're absolutely right. And I need to be better about making realistic ones. I think like 4 or 5 years ago, Ben had us like write some goals down. Like I wanted to get a pull up. Still chasing that goal. It still exists and I'll get it one day. I think my goal right now is just to be more consistent with my nutrition again and obviously I'm saying that 2 days before Thanksgiving. So that's fun. But just getting on track with that, I think, has to become a priority again. And goals inside the gym, just keep pushing myself and not give in on those days where I'm tired or like 65 feels heavy. So I'm just going to like stick with it and not try to push myself a little heavier. But, basically just keep challenging myself, keep showing up.
Kevin says, get dunked on.
Get dunked on. What does that mean?
I don't know. Every time I've edited so many of his videos and his interview and stuff like that, and like that was like the one thing that just kept on like looping in my head. Like,
get dunked.
Show up, get dunked on.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah.
Like,
I guess like the workout just kicks his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I repeatedly say, especially when Ben's working out with us, I'll be like, who writes these things? Because he's struggling too. And I'm like, you write these, right? Like, but I love that about it. I love that we are all out here getting what? Whooped up on? What is it? Getting dunked on. I don't know anything except that's fire. I know my students say that. Get dunked on.
Okay, Can you share a funny or memorable moment from your early days in CrossFit?
Um, let me see. I mean, I guess it wasn't a really early day. It was probably like, had to be 3 years ago, maybe two. And I've been doing CrossFit for 5 or 6. So, Angela, my gym wife that used to work out here and left me for another gym, we don't have to talk about that. But we were rowing one day, and Lauren and Ella were sharing a rower, and it was precious as usual, how Lauren and Ella are. And so Angela mounted me like Ella had mounted her mother, and we proceeded to row together through the workout. And it took Ben like a hot minute to notice. And it was freezing cold outside. We were like bundled up in sweatshirts and sweatpants, and here's a grown woman mounting me on a rower, and we're like full on rowing, and it was pretty amazing. Have it on video.
I might ask you to share that so that I can
Loop to that. Yeah.
We're definitely gonna have that as content. What is one piece of advice you would give to the next athlete, to the next Jennifer walking into a gym like this?
Don't be intimidated by how everyone already knows each other, because you will know everyone like so fast, because we're all really nice and friendly. I think that was a little intimidating coming in, as you see these amazing people working out and just killing it, dunking on each other. I don't know how that's how you're supposed to say it, Kevin. But I mean, just killing it. And here you are walking in, no experience whatsoever, but at no point does anyone make you feel that way. You're just putting it on yourself. And so just let it go and let everyone help you, because everyone in there has been there longer than you and knows a little bit or a little tip or trick for you. So just listen and be open-minded and have fun, and don't give up. You're going to want to give up, but don't give up. Is that it? Bye.